I play the games, yeah. I don't mess around, straight to the point. No need to expound, I'm just Jim.
Hello everybody and welcome to the video. Right folks, today we're going to talk about the worst updates in No Man's Sky, and this is actually the three worst updates in No Man's Sky. You've got to remember, this channel that we've got here, my channel, right, I do critical reviews. This is what I do. It says it in the intro, right? I do critical reviews. This is what the channel's all about. I do critical gaming and also my life. So this is the three worst updates. Got to remember, it's not negativity. I'm not going to base these updates on what platforms were launched first, because it's always staggered regarding platforms launching and verifications for No Man's Sky, right? It's always different, okay? The only thing you always should well know with No Man's Sky is PC players always get it first. It's always been the case. But that's because Steam is free to, you know, get updates on, right? So without further ado, let's get into the video. Number one. Yes, number one is the Prisms update, right? Yes, you might be thinking to yourself, Prisms, what's Prisms? Well, Prisms was based on they brought out a Prism style emoji for the Prisms update, and the speculation ran wild. The hype train was absolutely huge for the Prisms update, and actually it was the biggest hype there was for any update in No Man's Sky was Prisms, because people automatically thought the Prisms update was they were creating a new universe for No Man's Sky. A new universe, another place to go, so they were creating something brand new, like the Void, the Realm of Glass, that type of thing. So they were going to create this brand new universe. But what happened was, with the Prisms update, it was a quality of life update. So what they'd done is, Hello Games, is they brought in bioluminescent caves, right, and put fur on animals. And that was more or less it for the Prisms update. It was a quality of life and a graphical update for next gen. Right, and it wasn't anything to do with going to a new universe or going to the Void or creating a new universe. This is where the new universe theory came from, right? Was from the Prisms update. This is where all the Void and the Realm of Glass comes from, is from the Prisms update. Yeah, so that's where all that junk and speculation came from. Prisms. Right, it wasn't that it was late on any platform, it's just that the hype train was huge. Right? It was awful. Anyway, let's get on to the next one. Remember, these are in no particular order, okay, but I'm going to say it, okay? I will say it, and you're going to hate me for it, right? It was the Waypoint update. The Waypoint update had a staggered launch, right? A really staggered launch, you know. But we're not going to talk about that. This was a lot to do with the supercharged slots and ships, right? So all the ship hunters who had their own ships, we all derived our ship parts on S-Class, right, and X-Class. And what Hello Games did was, when everybody had their build in their ships for their slots, it all got reset. Everything got reset, and what happened was the community, especially the ship hunting community, we're kicking the nuts, right? So everybody who had their ships and their ship parts and their ships were built up, right, to their maximum min-maxim, right, you know, it all got reset, right? And they brought in these supercharged slots, and no ships in No Man's Sky could get to the level, the min-maxing level of the ships that were like it previously. You know what I mean? Nobody can min-max ships, you know, to what they were like before. You know what I mean? They can't even do it now. You can't even do it with X-Class parts, because it just doesn't work anymore. So what they did was, Hello Games completely nerfed all the ships. So many people left on that update. You know, that was the Waypoint update, was the one update where majority of the community left, and a lot of people still left because of the Waypoint update. And what they did was with people's inventories and ships, and it was also one of the most broken updates ever made by Hello Games for No Man's Sky. It was awful. you know, awful. There was more patches for Waypoint than any other update in No Man's Sky. I mean, it was completely screwed, was that update. And also the speculation and hype leading up to Waypoint was incredible. You know, it was one of the biggest updates regarding speculation, which was really, really bad. Really, really bad. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. Right, the final one in the list is the Echoes update. Okay, you may be thinking, the Echoes update? That was fine, it worked perfectly. It didn't for Xbox, and let me explain why. Okay, this is one where you found the auto pages, right, and you found the auto page camps, and you also got yourself a staff. But if you're an Xbox player, you couldn't have any of that, right? The majority of the Xbox players couldn't even find an Echoes camp. It didn't even happen, right? Even now, me personally, I have not got a staff because the Echoes, auto page camps never appeared for us. The storyline never happened, right? And it's never been fixed ever since. Right, it never have. And also we had that staggered launch. So it was god awful. It was awful. If you're an Xbox player, you still can't get them now. A majority of Xbox players cannot get auto page camps. We can't. It's just how it is, right? And a lot of Xbox players haven't got a staff. Like me, I haven't got a staff, right? It was one of the worst broken updates in No Man's Sky. Right, apart from we can do some honourable mentions where, you know, the update where we got the you know, where we got the settlements, right, where they were absolutely broken as hell. But okay, so they're the updates, they're the worst updates, you know. It fills me with dread talking about them. So let's get on with the summary. The problem with updates in No Man's Sky is based on the speculation and hype. The hype in No Man's Sky regarding updates is incredible, and this is based on Hello Games not telling or giving anybody any kind of inkling what the update is going to be in No Man's Sky, so people are guessing. This is not the fault of content creators on YouTube or Twitch or social media in general. This is down to Hello Games not telling people anything. Okay, and we know this creates hype within No Man's Sky for updates, but what it also does is it creates disappointment. And what Hello Games become incredibly ambitious when it comes to doing their updates, and the majority of their updates are broken. And it also goes down to the fact that Hello Games do not bug test their, you know, updates in-house, and you know, it has to go down to the community to actually test it either in experimental or in game. Okay, so you know, the console versions are not in experimental, so it's always usually the console versions of updates that are buggered, right, beyond belief. So if you don't know what buggered means, it means broken. So in a nutshell, they are the worst updates. I tried to make them as, you know, as close as I could to, you know, what I remember, but they're the worst updates, and all the worst updates happened ever since the Companions update. Everyone after that has become different to all the other ones prior. I think Hello Games made the updates, you know, quicker and easier after Companions, right, and didn't put any kind of, you know, they made them graphical, but they didn't put any thought into them, more or less. And the hype and speculation went wild after the Companions update. I like the Companions update. Anyway, folks, they're the worst. If you want me to do the best, right, you know, leave it in the comments. And also, which is your worst. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next. Tatty bye.
The gamer with no filter, keeping it real. No sugar coated glitters. I see the flaws, yeah, I call them out. Give me feedback, no need to shout. I don't hold back. I speak my mind, giving my opinions. Don't waste no time. I dive in deep. I speak my mind, giving my opinions. Don't waste no time. I dive in deep, dissect gameplay, pointing out bugs they can't just tough love.